Hi, hello, it's Jess. Welcome back. Today's video is just going to be me showing you my entire physical TBR. My physical TBR has gotten out of control at this point. One of the goals that I set for this year is to read my physical TBR and to end the year with less than 180 unread books on my physical TBR. Those of you who saw my goals video know that I started the year with 221 unread books. It's embarrassing. I'm getting it under control. Since that point, I have obviously read some of the books on my TBR. I also posted an unhaul. I don't know if you can see behind me, but those books are still sitting on my floor. I need to take them to donate to my local library. I just have been so busy. I just wanted to post a video where I show you every single book that I own that I have not read. This is just a video for fun. It is meant to hold me accountable and to act kind of as a starting point. And it also is a chance for you to tell me if you see a book that you loved on my physical TBR and you think that I should prioritize reading that book. Please let me know. I always love hearing what other people's favorite books are, and I always love reading other people's favorite books. So if you see one of your favorites, please let me know. I don't know if you can see, but I've already pulled down a bunch of books from the shelves. You can probably see piles of books behind me. This video is definitely going to be chaotic. I won't be doing any synopsises for this video because otherwise it'll be way too long. I'm just going to show you the books that I own. I decided I'm going to start with the books that are in series that I'm currently in the middle of. These books are definitely a little bit higher on the priority list since I do want to work on finishing series this year. So here we go. These are all the books that I own that I have not read. The Return of the King by J.R.R. Tolkien. Fruits Baskets Collector's Edition Volume 11 and 12 by Natsuki Takaya? I hope I'm saying that correctly. City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare. Spells Like Teen Spirit by Kate Williams. This is the third in the Babysitter's Coven series. Skyward Flight by Brandon Sanderson and Jancy Patterson. And Cytonic by Brandon Sanderson. I've actually already read Sunreach. I just have Redawn and Evershore left in this bind up. Iron, Gold, and Dark Age, both by Pierce Brown. The Burning White by Brent Weeks. I also have this absolutely stunning, gorgeous bind up of the Books of Earthsea by Ursula K. Le Guin. This was a gift for me and I keep it on display where I also store my currently ongoing series. I'm not in the middle of this. I have never read any of these books though, and I would like to read by Ursula K. Le Guin, but I probably won't read this because it is so huge and so beautiful. Dawn Shard by Brandon Sanderson. Castle in the Air and House of Many Ways by Diana Wynne Jones. Wondersmith, The Calling of Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend. The Eternal Edition Volume 3 of Sailor Moon. The Lost Metal by Brandon Sanderson. The Atlas Paradox by Olivia Blake. The World We Make by N.K. Jemisin. Caliban's War by James S.A. Corey. The Empire of Gold by S.A. Chakraborty. The Storm of Echoes by Christelle Dabos. Next up, I have my Wheel of Time collection. I'm currently missing book 3 and I might be missing the prequel because I just honestly cannot keep track. This series is so long, but the books that I do have include The Great Hunt, The Shadow Rising, The Fires of Heaven, Lord of Chaos, A Crown of Swords, The Path of Daggers, Winter's Heart, Crossroads of Twilight, Knife of Dreams, The Gathering Storm, Towers of Midnight, and A Memory of Light. These are all by Robert Jordan, with Brandon Sanderson stepping in to help finish the series. From this point forward, there really is no rhyme or reason. I'm just picking these up off my shelf and showing them to you. And I just want to say, like, I do not organize my TBR shelves. So these books are not organized by author, by genre. They're just books in a completely and totally random order. Suffer the Children by Craig DeLuey, Fledgling by Octavia Butler, the first 3 novels in The Vampire Chronicles by Anne Rice, Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff, Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, Clockwork Princess, and Chain of Gold, all by Cassandra Clare, Made You Up by Francesca Zappia. This little teeny tiny copy that I got from a used bookstore of The Wizard of Earthsea by Ursula K. Le Guin, My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix, The Forest of Stolen Girls by June Her, My Own Words by Ruth Bader Ginsburg, And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, Never Let Me Go by Kazu Ishiguro, The Weight of Feathers by A.M. McLemore, City of Shattered Light by Claire Wynn, The Devil in the White City by Eric Larson, Iron Widow by Sharon J. Shao, Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse, Pachinko by Minjin Lee, A River Enchanted and A Fire Endless, both by Rebecca Ross, Ordinary Monsters by J.M. Miro, Killers of a Certain Age by Deanna Rayborn, Girl Forgotten by Karen Slaughter, When Women Were Dragons by Kelly Barnhill, Beasts of a Little Land by Juhae Kim, The Girl from Widow Hills by Megan Miranda, Beyond by Mercedes Lackey, The Keeper of Night by Kylie Lee Baker, Ariadne by Jennifer Saint, Jade City by Fonda Lee, Excavation by James Rollings, The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett, The Queens of Innis Lear by Tessa Grattan, The Gilded Wolves by Rashani Chokshi, The Chalk Man by C.J. Tudor, A Promised Land by Barack Obama, Life of Pi by Jan Martel, Sign Here by Claudia Lux, Thistlefoot by Jenna Rose Nethercroft, Timequake by Kurt Vonnegut, How the Word is Passed by Clint Smith, Valley of the Dolls by Jacqueline Susan, Legendborn by Tracy Dion, The Hills Have Spies by Mercedes Lackey, The Rage of Dragons and The Fires of Vengeance, both by Evan Winters, Closer to Home and Closer to the Heart, as well as Foundation, Intrigue, Changes, Redoubt, and Bastion, all by Mercedes Lackey. I have technically read Foundation, but I would need to reread it in order to move forward with the series, so I'm including it here. An Unkindness of Magicians by Kat Howard, Firekeeper's Daughter by Angela Booley, The Tower at Stonywood by Patricia A. McPhillip, The Black-Tongued Thief by Christopher Bullman, A Wilderness of Stars by Shay Earnshaw, The Spanish Daughter by Lorena Hughes, Legion by Brandon Sanderson, This Song Will Save Your Life by Layla Sales, Illidan by William King, Small Favors by Aaron A. Craig, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, The Enchanter Heir by Cinda Williams Chima, Gardens of the Moon by Stephen Erickson, this volume of Future Orange, despite not having the original Orange collection, which I would need to read first, Tell City by Kaylin R. Boyd, The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón, The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, The First Sister by Lyndon Lewis, The Damnation Game by Clive Baker, The Book of the Most Precious Substance by Sarah Gran, Know My Name by Chanel Miller, I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Ian Reid, Night of the Mannequins by Stephen Graham Jones, The Broken Girls by Simone St. James, The Sword of Kaigen by M.L. Wong, Lonely Castle in the Mirror by Mizuki Sugimura, He Started It by Samantha Downing, The Good House by Tananarive Due, Before They're Hanged by Joe Abercrombie, Mansfield Park, Persuasion, Emma, and Sense and Sensibility, all by Jane Austen, The Thief, The Queen of Atolla, A Conspiracy of Kings, The King of Atolla, and Thick as Thieves, all by Megan Wallen Turner. The Girl of Fire and Thorns and The Crown of Embers, both by Ray Carson. Daughter of Smoke and Bone, Days of Blood and Starlight, and Dreams of Gods and Monsters, all by Laini Taylor. The Queen's Rising by Rebecca Ross. The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. Girl, Woman, Other by Bernadine Evaristo. The Water Dancer by Ta-Nehisi Coates. When the Reckoning Comes by Latanya McQueen. Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss. The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. Foundry Side and Shorefall by Robert Jackson Bennett. The Witch and the Czar by Alyssa Salonkova Gilmore. White Horse by Erica T. Worth. All the Dangerous Things by Stacey Willingham. This Is Your Brain on Birth Control by Sarah E. Hill. Kai by Vishnavi Patel. Darling Girl by Liz Mikulski. Siren Queen by Nevo. The Devourers by Indra Das. The Immortalist by Chloe Benjamin. The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. The Boneless Mercies by April Genevieve Tolkay. The Devil's Thief by Lisa Maxwell. A Memory Called Empire by Arcady Martin. Cat's Cradle by Kurt Vonnegut. Mediocre by Ijeoma Olau. This Savage Song and Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. Flamecaster, Shadowcaster, and The Sorcerer Heir by Cinda Williams Chima. Our Missing Hearts by Celeste Ng. The Whisper Man by Alex North. Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher. Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle by Haruki Murakami. A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. The Hundreds Year War on Palestine by Rashid Khalidi. The Other Wind by Ursula K. Le Guin. Medical Apartheid by Harriet A. Washington. The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie. Night Film by Marisha Pessel. And last but not least, The Oracle Year by Charles Soule. Okay. There you go, a full accounting of every single unread book on my shelves at the moment. I am so sweaty from picking up so many books. It's one thing to know that you have so many unread books. It's a completely different thing to have to pick up all of them. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really, truly appreciate it. If you think that I should prioritize any one of these books in particular, let me know, and I would really appreciate if you would subscribe. I hope that you are staying safe and warm this winter, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!